And here we go, take 2 against this shy boulder. Hello everybody, welcome back to the episode of Earthbound Randomizer. So last episode, we had finished off by getting defeated by its second phase. Not because we weren't really prepared for it. Well, technically we were because we went in with low damage, but this time everybody is at least almost fully healed. And what move was that? Little diamond-ass dog, aka Shy Boulder? I don't know, it's fine. But also, Alec is actually homesick. So that means there's a chance that he might not attack, but we'll figure that out in the next phase, which, fingers crossed, we'll be able to actually defeat this time and not get a full party wipe, ideally. And here we go. It's now a beautiful little arachnid. Now this is going to be the time that I'm actually going to auto fight just in case he needs some healing, and then cancel out of there just because at that point the healing would have been done. And we're now just going to use our PS moves, which unfortunately Holly doesn't really have anything that is going to be really effective against it, and it has a shield on. That means Rob then is going to use a shield killer. So I don't really know what homesickness does in terms of dealing damage, or rather attacking this thing or not. I think we just want to use shield killer. I don't know if there's to be a difference between the PS shield killer or this one. But also close your eyes because I'm going to use Starstorm, and I have a feeling it's going to use it here. And that means you are safe to open your eyes. Now, although shield killer isn't really the best about using that, but it should now mean Rob can now just punch this arachnid. I love how it's literally just a beautiful arachnid. So it looks like PS moves, aside from healing, are not going to be very useful for here. And close your eyes again because PS Storm. So rather, it's not useful for using PS moves. At least that's as far as I can tell. And you are good to open up your eyes once again. You loud piercing howl. There's something funny and kind of weird about imagining a spider literally just screaming like a gopher or something like that. Like, I don't know why it has to be a gopher necessarily, but that they do in like videos of voice overing those things. Voice overing, yes, that's a word, I guess. Actually, no, we're gonna auto fight now just because I don't know if it's going to deflect a lot and take a lot of damage. But either way, let's get speed through here. And the gentle arachnid has become tame, which means we're about to enter the last year sanctuary and get the song from there. And if you're wondering how you could tell Ness is homesick without being, well, with being in battle, or without being in battle, you just need to check that and it says homesick. So I'm very curious to know if in Magicant, which is where we're going right now, if talking to the mom in there is going to, I love how there's a mouth over the volcano, if that's going to cure the homesickness or if I'll actually have to call the mom via the phone in there. So that's what we're going to find out soon enough. But I'm also so happy to get this because now we get to listen to the melody, which I'm actually going to be quiet over, so we can hear it because that's going to be the only time that we can actually hear the full song. Now he has a feeling that he's watched himself as a baby. Soundstone recorded the melody of the fire spring. And there we go. Although it's not much of a song, it's one of my favorite songs, and honestly, I love how Ghosty Mallow, or Ghosty as I call him, or Mallow, however you want to say his name, because I don't think he usually cares what you call him. So there's lots of variety of ways you can make a nickname out of a name, which is interesting. But he actually knows how to play that song on a piano. You should check him out, because he does, sometimes he does live streams of learning piano. And it's honestly really chill. It's also just a chill vibe, so check it out. If you're also looking for another chill vibe, you should also check out Alec as well, or Pelic. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. I never remember how to actually say the second part of your name. And you can also check out The Legend. He's a pretty chill dude as well. I love his content, he's pretty funny. But yeah, anyways, those are just quick shoutouts right now as we go through here, because there's not much dialogue, and it's slowly just going back. And I love how you get to see the dog, which isn't really a dog, literally just a tiny form of whose master, just running around. Love it so much. And here's baby Alec. Wow, he never changed. Like, he was a big baby since he got born. And now it's interesting how you can't actually see the parents back here. Because you can see the pupper, and you can see baby Alex or baby Ness, but you can't see their parents. I wonder why that is. Like, I wonder why they haven't made like a sprite or something of like the dad. So obviously we talked to him during the phone, but my guess is because a lot of people spectate. That's the right word. They are the words are hard, guys. They're guessing that Ninten, or however you're going to name the character in the original Mother game, is actually Nessa's father. Which, I can see that, so I guess it would be kind of confusing seeing both, considering they look very similar. But also, welcome to Magicant, my favorite part of this game, but also the one part that's very suitable, aside from Moonside, that is very on par for a randomizer. Alec, you've stood atop of the 8 power spots of Earth. From these you created Magicant, the realm of dreams that is in your mind. And I love how in Melee and in other games, when you fight Kirby or Ness or whatever, you unlock them, it's literally in the Fountain of Dreams. I love it. This is our mom though. I love how they just have different forms. I forgot to choose a shapeshifter, so you know. Oh, Alec, you're tired from traveling your adventures. I would like to rest, please, although right now we don't really need to do that because we are fully healed from the sanctuary. But now, the moment of truth. Are we going to have the homesickness off? And I also love how in this game, this is the only part of the game that the backgrounds can actually change color. And the homesickness is off. I kind of figured so. It's really weird seeing this out here because I'm so used to just being an enemy. But I guess it's a monkey or something. It's a chi-chi-chi-chi. Unless it's supposed to be a chick. I don't know. Either way, we're going to avoid that butterfly because we don't really need it. But we're going to find a shop here, which is right here. I love how the O is slowly just an eyeball. But let's see what we got here. This is just vanilla magic pudding and the earth pendant, which the magic pudding would be really good for adventuring off before Sea of Eden. And so I bought 2, and now we're in here, which is really, I guess, a hotel or something like that. And it has the creepy hotel music when they get kidnapped from Freed. And I found that absolutely hilarious, and we're just going to save just in case. You never know, we could get killed, we could need to restart somewhere. I don't know. But off we go, and we're probably going to talk to a few of these NPCs just because why not? Just like Mr. Boucher Barf over here, whatever you want to call him. I mean, I don't know how it destroyed your pride. I mean, I guess it's because we defeated it, but that's not really anything you need to be upset about. It just happens. I'd like you to take your time, because this country will disappear when you wake up. I mean, is that really true though, because this is actually inside Ness's brain. This is deep darkness. When you walk through the swamp, you endanger your health. You can't help it. You can't help it. That's why it's called deep darkness. I don't know why I said that twice, but that's okay. As I thought, the dinosaurs actually did exist in history. You have, for sure, fireproof. In the movies, it must have been real. You can talk to this eraser. Wow, Alec, let's play. And are you? Oh, you actually are a gift. There's a chicken inside, which we're going to drop something. And go into this home, which oh, it's a hotel. I thought the other place was a hotel, but I guess not. I'm gonna go back to the shop and sell the chicken, though. And then there's Porky over here, which is a monkey. He also has changed many forms in this randomizer. Alec, you're so lucky. I envy you. I have no luck. But Alec, well, okay. Let's be friends forever and all, right? I don't think so. You're literally the one that's trying to betray us, but you know what? It's fine. We move on. I can't believe you pronounce hotel as hotel. In this country, we pronounce it as hotel. What? So you're the country otter is pronounced as hotter? How should I know these things? I love it so much. I don't actually know where that would be. I'm guessing probably in Summers or something, or Moonside, something like that. But now we got a bunch of flying men, or courage, as they're called here. We're just going to take one because I feel bad every time they get defeated, which hopefully they're not going to be, but if that's the case, it's fine. I love flying men. Now, excuse me, sir, I want to be out of the way so that we can go towards the Sea of Eden, which is hopefully going to not be a super bad trek, but we'll see about that. Alec, I still feel the pain where you wounded me. I think that's usually a zombie. This dude is usually Pooh's master, which is interesting how he's inside Brian's brain. Just saying. Or Alec, rather. Alec Brian Ness, or something like that. The Sea of Eden is filled with ultimate intelligence. You can't go there unless you're truly ready. It's a place where you can touch the truth of the universe. Going there may bring sorrow. And I love how it only changed it into a palette like this. We got ourselves fire and some fire music. But this fire is actually an unwanted ghost, which we're going to try to run away from because I don't want this running man to get, like, I don't think it would be getting one-shotted, but like, it's fine. We should hopefully be okay, but I have a feeling some of these are going to be really nasty to us. But also, speaking of music, not this, but we're gonna pick up this present. It has a big sea bracelet inside, which I think might actually have the same amount of, yeah, it would not change anything. So we're probably gonna give this to like Rob or to Holly, something like that. Hey mate, I found my cat. I'm so stupid, there's a lot of junk in my backpack at a time like this. Why don't I get rid of something I don't use? Which we're actually going to keep the baseball bat here with them because it literally is vanilla. But anyways, what I was going to say is we run into this gift. A question for you guys. This isn't necessarily going to be a question comment of the day, but maybe it is as we fight this broken killbot. Why is it called a killbot? I was almost read as Killybot, but I was going to say, do you guys use any music or like, alarms or anything to wake up for, or maybe to like do your laundry? And if so, on that hand, what like music, what it's like chimes and what tunes or anything that do you use? Because I do use an alarm at least for waking up for work, and I use it for alarms and stuff like that too, and what I tend to use is actually Zelda music. So the times that I actually use the alarm to wake up for on a weekend would be the Temple of Time. Sorry, I was like listening to things in the background. I was like, there's people in the background, but also trying to make sure we stay alive here. Please let me run away. Thank you very much. I want to keep this runaway man. I want to keep this flying man. But for waking up for work, I actually have Malamart, which is really funny. And I think I have the Hyrule Field from Ocarina of Time for my laundry alarm. So there's that. And now we're just going to go through here. I'll meet you back at Sea of Eden. Test. Yes. Test. Yes, a purple piece. Girl, we did that. Okay. Do this. Then back to, just there. But we apparently get a phone call from our dad, which we're just going to say no for taking a break just because, well, we already saved everything and we're pretty much almost done this as long as the boss goes well. Well, in this present, we got ourselves a gold bracelet, which we're just going to keep there because at that point it's something that we don't necessarily need. But also, let's see what enemies we got down here. I believe that coffin is actually a gift, and apparently we are strong enough to get past this dude. I'm glad that we also still have our frying pan with us. So we got the deluxe frying pan inside, which we're going to just keep there anyways because we have the holy frying pan, which, I mean, that's literally Holly's best weapon that we can get. And now we have entered the Sea of Eden with this, jazzy music. I think this is also kind of appropriate because I'm pretty sure this is one of the musics that are there for literally going on the ocean anyways. That, or it's like Somerset, something like that. Now we got the mostly pondering chunks. I love how that's what it's called. And we're not going to try to run away from it because I don't know if we can actually run away from these Krakens or not, because they would usually be Krakens. And now let's see if we can actually keep the flying man alive until we get over to Alex's nightmare, or Ness's nightmare, depending on what you want to call it. That is a lot of EXP. Now I'm curious to know how much EXP we're actually going to get from defeating the boss in here or not. We'll find out about that. But also, here's another question, because on topic of alarms and music and stuff like that that we did, do you guys like to listen to music in the car or like while you're driving, or just do you like to listen to music in general? Because for me, I'm somebody who, if I'm not watching something or not doing anything, how dare you defeat the running man, you pondering chunks? Get out of here. But I tend to listen to a lot of music, just like on breaks when I'm just like eating and not watching something, but especially in the car. Then I'll be driving and booting up lots of different music. But lately I've been listening to a lot of video game music, and one of them is going to be Earthbound or just the Mother series music, because a lot of the melodies in there are very familiar to me and it just feels nice. And there's a lot of songs in there that also work very well with driving, just like the bus music or the Runaway 5 music. And okay, we're going to have to heal before we go into this battle because, well, we don't have full health, but this is also why I decided to grab a couple of Mammoth burgers in between episodes. I forgot to mention that I actually got a few things, just like a shovel, the steak bag, and the Pharaoh's Curse towards us, so hopefully the Pharaoh's Curse will actually cause poison to it. And alright, we actually used that, so we're actually just going to use Life Up 1, smash that up, and here we go. So this is Ness's nightmare. Apparently we can't purify it because it is the evil version of death, which, wow, who knew it was going to be a famished reproduction? Like, alright. So now, fingers crossed, we won't have to beat this thing up 3 times or more, who knows. But good to know that we at least survived against that, so I'm thinking maybe we could use auto fight, which is something that I generally will do. But I want to try... actually I don't want to try that. We're just going to go into auto fight because I don't know if this thing will put on shield for PS moves. Plus if this does lethal damage, at least we know that we have the life up heal. And if we need to do so, we could use the magic pudding. Because we should have enough to just beat through this thing. But also, if you have played Earthbound before, how do you feel about this boss? When you first entered to Magicant, did you have issues fighting this boss, or were you fine? Because for me, I actually couldn't complete my very first playthrough of that. I actually needed to reset. Because by the time I got up to Magicant, I didn't realize that we would get ported over there. So I was severely under level. That being said, there is a level, albeit level 1 challenge to complete the whole game, so I know it's possible, but I didn't know what to do, so needless to say, it was difficult for me, but the second time I was actually really good level, maybe not over level? I think we might be over level for a randomizer. I don't know. Oh, okay, now we have the... Okay, good, I was PK 1, I was gonna say, I canceled out there. So now that it has that, we're actually going to try PK Hammer to see if that does damage and doesn't reflect. If it does reflect, then we will of course be using heal, which it didn't. Of course it used life up now. I just realized I literally brought the Pharaoh's Curse to use against it. But that's fine. I think at this point it's probably safe to just try to fast forward and try to survive here. And we won! Thankfully, that was a pretty tough battle, but like, it's pretty nice just going into auto fight. but huzzah! It didn't take 8 million times like I thought it would, which I'm not complaining about. But now he heard a familiar voice in the center of him, which would be himself. So I'm just gonna skip over this dialogue, but basically he's saying that, we need to go and fight Giygas as a party, we can't just do it by ourselves, and hey, it's me listening to myself, how are you doing? It's your destiny to save this world, but please don't stress out. And now we have to go to Saturn Valley, but it is also now littered with different enemies. So who knows how that's going to be. Probably honestly really easy, because the rest of the enemies aside from the boss were actually really easy. Hello, Alec. I love how you're just looking over. Now I think this part over here, the amount that you actually get is RNG, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. I think it's actually based off of level, so where everything is increasing by 5, and we also got like 8,800, actually I don't even know if it's thousands or millions, but we got so much EXP, so we're gonna see how much, like if we've leveled up. But that is a lot of EXP. We are 78. That is a whole lot of levels. I'm glad it didn't lead us up, be like, hey, you went up by this much, this much, because I think we were about level 58 by the time we got here. Whew. Now we are probably the most amount of levels out of all our parties, which we're actually going to check once we wake up out of Magicant. And I love this part here too, because he's reminiscent, or I don't know what the word's actually called, but he's thinking back to all of the year's sanctuaries to port back over here. And dang, I guess that would be a flashing warning, which I probably would have put on screen by now. I don't know why they decided it's such a good idea to put so many flashing things in old games, but okay, apparently we are a jukebox right now. I don't know if that's going to stay this way or not, but we'll find out. But it's now gone, and now we are waking up and back to normal Alec. I love how we were a jukebox there for a second. Yeah, I know that I went unconscious. Oh, I love how they're all like concerned about him. It's like, even though they all just basically met, although I'm pretty sure at this point in the storyline, we are actually like, probably a few months or something in, if I had to guess, but they're all concerned. I think that's super sweet. But here we are in Saturn Valley, which I don't know who would be Hugh. I think this is Jeff's dad? But yeah, Mr. Saturns are incredible folk, and the Apple Kid, he is a most exceptional young man. Very different from other kids. Well, anyway, the prototype phase disorder has been stolen. Someone representing a pig wearing clothes took Mr. Saturn captive. I'm pretty sure he's literally just calling Porky a pig, and I find that absolutely hilarious. It's like that freaking burn, dude. And stole the device. Now, apparently we're going to try to enter it, despite me not wanting to try to enter it, which obviously would do nothing, considering we know that the device got stolen. It doesn't work. One thing is missing, but material cannot normally be found on Earth. The material I'm thinking of came from a meteorite. If you know where to get a meteorite, then please bring it back here so that we can use it. Oops, I didn't mean to say no. That's my fault for like spamming the B button. Eureka! That's it! Go there and get this Cinnamore, get this part over here, because we pretty much just have to skip past the dialogue. The phase disorder will certainly be completed someday, in my humble opinion. Zoom! I'm not sure what will happen, but I sense a big time trouble ahead of you. I'm going to stay here and help Mrs. Saturn. It's important for a man to enjoy his duty. Now, I don't really know which character that would generally be, but I think while we are in the silent Saturn Valley, it is still really weird how there's just no music in here. But we're gonna save it here and end it so our dad doesn't call us back, be like, yo, maybe you should take a break. Plus, it's just good to save periodically anyways. And yeah, in the next video, we will be heading back to On It. We might start over there, I'm not really sure. Either way, we're gonna leave it off with Venus's beautiful singing voice. And if you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up, slap the subscribe button. Thank you for watching. I do hope you liked the video, and just leave anything down in the comments down below. Do what you do, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.